Welcome back to Moon News. Today we will be talking about Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston was born in Newark, New Jersey on August 9, 1963.
Growing up, Whitney Houston was raised by Baptists but admitted to being exposed to the Pentecostal church as well. Whitney's mother's name was Sissy Houston, her father's name was John Russell Houston, her brothers' names were Michael and Gary Houston.
Her mother, Sissy Houston, was a nightclub performer and a recording artist. She had started to look up to her mother greatly since she was 6 because she loved to hear her sing and see her perform when she could. Other than that, Whitney attended school at Franklin Elementary School. After attending Franklin Elementary School, now the Whitney E. Houston Academy of Creative and Performing Arts, Houston was transferred to an all-girls Catholic school, Mount St. Dominic Academy at nearby Caldwell, in her 6th grade year, where she eventually graduated from in 1981 at 17 years old.
Now, in an all-girls Catholic school, Whitney was doing the same thing that she always did but was starting to fall in love with music more and more as life went on. She was also focused on her studies and tried to become very successful in school. She started to sing at her local church, and this is when she started to want to do more music in her life. Houston began singing in church as a child and became a background vocalist while in high school. She was one of the first Black women to appear on the cover of 17 after becoming a teen model in 1981. With the guidance of Arista Records chairman Clive Davis, Houston signed to the label at age 19.
After signing with Arista Records in 1983 at the age of 19, Whitney's first single, Hold Me, was released in 1984. After that, her career just went up. She was nominated for many Grammys and multiple Emmys. Then, 1 year later, she released her debut album, Whitney. This had then won the Best Album of the Year in 1986. She had also been nominated for #1 Pop Female Artist of the Year and had won. This is when she started to take her music very seriously and then became her career.
Over time, Whitney began to release more and more albums, but one in particular was called Bodyguard. This was her biggest album and sold more than 45 million copies all around the world. Then she released her biggest song today, I Will Always Love You. It hit #1 on the Billboard chart 2 times and was the most anyone had ever gotten. Also at this time, she met Bobby Brown, the man that she was soon going to marry.
In the 1980s, Whitney was involved in a love affair linked to celebrities including Jeremiah Jackson, American football star Randall Cunningham, and actor Eddie Murphy. She also met very famous singer Bobby Brown at the 1989 Soul Train Music Awards. After 3 years of dating, the couple married on July 18, 1992.
Whitney had one kid with Bobby Brown. Her name was Bobby Christina Brown.
At the age of 40, Whitney had started to take on drugs and began to start taking them very frequently. She was also married to Bobby Brown, who also had a strong drug addiction. By this time, they had their child, Bobby Houston, which was named after her father. After that, they had become divorced in the year 2007 due to both of their drug addictions.
Whitney has made some pretty amazing music in her lifetime, but these were her top songs. I Will Always Love You, I Have Nothing, I Want to Dance with Somebody, Greatest Love of All, When You Believe, One Moment in Time, Run to You, Saving All My Love for You, which was Whitney's greatest hit, Could I Have This Kiss Forever, featuring Enrique Iglesias, Where Do Broken Hearts Go, Higher Love, which was remade in 2019, I Look to You, Didn't We Almost Have It All, It's Not Right But It's Okay, I'm Every Woman, How Will I Know, All at Once, All the Man That I Need, You Give Good Love, My Love Is Your Love, I Love the Lord, Try It on My Own, So Emotional, I Didn't Know My Own Strength, Exhale, Heartbreak Hotel, I'm Your Baby Tonight, I Believe in You and Me, Miracle, and Step by Step. Whitney has won numerous awards, including an Emmy and 6 Grammys. Her ability to connect and interact with her audience sets dozens of industry records. She was the first artist to have 7 consecutive number 1 hits and the first woman to enter the Billboard 200 at number 1 with her album, Whitney. Whitney has said some pretty memorable things throughout her lifetime, like, "I'd rather be alone than unhappy. I like being a woman, even in a man's world. After all, men can't wear dresses, but we can wear pants. I just want to love and be loved," which were her last words before she died. Whitney Houston died on February 11, 2012 in an accidental drowning. She was found at 3:55 p.m., where the paramedics spent 20 minutes trying to revive her. Whitney was found face down in a bathtub full with 1 foot of extremely hot water. When her death was being investigated, they found 4 different drugs in her body, which consists of cocaine, Xanax, marijuana, and Benadryl. There was no foul play involved. They also found several open beer bottles, though 0 alcohol was found inside her body when she died. It is assumed that Whitney either had a seizure in the tub or an arrhythmia, which is when the heart stops beating properly and fails to pump blood for a period of time. Whitney has been through so much in her life, some good things and some bad. She had been in the music industry since she was 19, all the way up to 48 years old when she died. Winning multiple awards in her lifetime, I would have to say that she is quite qualified and is worthy of note in her industry of music.
Even though Whitney has died, she will be remembered for all that she has done for eternity. People still talk about her today and her success and rise to fame, even now. Sadly, because of her drug addiction, she has died, but Whitney will always be known and remembered for life.